Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Shanakshi Chakravarti. The top story that we have been tracking through the day. The first phase of the CUET, or the Common University Entrance Test for undergraduate admissions to central universities, began on Friday amidst mega confusion and students being overwhelmed. Nearly 15 lakh candidates are appearing for this exam in two phases. Now, the exam will transform the way undergraduate admissions are conducted in the country, especially at popular central universities like Delhi University. However, no retest will be held for those who missed Friday's exam. This was categorically announced by Mr. Jagdish Kumar, the chairman of the University Grants Commission, on Friday. Now, from now on, if students wish to pursue their undergrad courses in Central University, it will not be through only their 12th board results, but through the common entrance test. Now, let's listen in to what the panel chief, Mr. Kumar, had to say on this mega big entrance test that took place on Friday.
ये बच्चा ग्रेटर नोएडा से ही आया। अगर ये पहले बोलते तो क्यों परेशान होता है? सर, ये सेंटर भी चेंज कर दिया इन्होंने।
हम लोगों ने सही से एड्रेस बताया है कि कहाँ पे हमारा सेंटर पड़ा है।
सेंटर चेंज हो गया था ना नोएडा के लिए, उसमें ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम आ गई थी कुछ पेरेंट्स को। काफी हुई है। बहुत बच्चों के साथ ये इशू आ रहा है।
It's very difficult for the kid in 2 days of time of information.
एक दिन पहले एडमिट कार्ड आ रहा है, फिर अगले दिन चेंज हो रहा है।
Diksha, a CUET undergraduate candidate, pleads in front of National Testing Agency staff at the examination center, requesting them to allow her to take today's exam. Last night, her examination center was changed from West Delhi to one in Greater Noida in UP. And she's panicking on how she will retake this exam.
जस्ट अभी कॉल करिए, मेल वगैरह चेक कराएं तो बोला है कि हाँ कोई मैसेज अभी मैसेज आया तुम्हारे चेंज हो गया।
आप सडनली एकदम नोटिफिकेशन देंगे, कहाँ से बच्चा पहुँचेगा आप बताइए। कह रहे आप जाइए
और दूसरी जगह जाइए, वो बोल रहे कि शायद वो तुम्हें टाइम दे, ऐसा कुछ है।
Diksha is not only one. Many students were informed about changes in their examination center just this morning.
वो उठ रहा है, देख रहा है, पापा मेरा तो ग्रेटर नोएडा सेंटर पड़ गया है।
किसके साथ हुआ?
मेरे बेटा एक बेटी आया है, बेटा मेरा ग्रेटर नोएडा गया हुआ है।
अच्छा,
दो बेटा सभी यहाँ आए थे।
The abrupt change of exam center was not the only issue. Many students questioned the schedule as they went on to take 4 exams on same day.
4 सब्जेक्ट्स एग्जाम है।
4 सब्जेक्ट,
इंग्लिश, होम साइंस, फिजिकल एजुकेशन, जनरल टेस्ट। बहुत टफ है, मतलब अनलकी फील हो रहा है कि पहला दिन हमारा ही क्यों है, बाकियों को मेरे फ्रेंड्स का अगस्त में है, मेरा ही क्यों है आज।
After the first exam, however, many students looked relieved at the multiple choice format, but the logistics ahead are still daunting.
आज का ठीक भी गया और थोड़े क्वेश्चंस ट्रिकी भी थे और थोड़े मुश्किल भी थे।
तो अगला एग्जाम कब है उसके बारे में डिटेल आ गई है?
डिटेल आ गई है पर एड्रेस नहीं पता है, कुछ नहीं पता कहाँ पर है, कैसे है, कुछ
अभी तक कुछ नहीं पता चला। तो अभी भी कंफ्यूजन है, 2 दिन बाद एग्जाम
है। संडे को एग्जाम है, मतलब बस कल का ही गया।
The Tamil Nadu government opposes CUET, calling the system regressive, which could undermine school education and favor mushrooming of private coaching centers even for admission to humanities programs. M.K. Stalin has demanded the Prime Minister to withdraw this. You're planning to get into law?
Angeline, a welder's daughter and a law aspirant, says CUET promotes private coaching that poor students like her can't afford. She is worried this would make students' life hard and high scores in class 12 irrelevant and shift their focus to crack entrance exams.
What's the trend among students?
They do take coaching classes, but then I do not believe in it.
Right.
I get tired of it.
Disappointment is it's not what everybody is not aware of this.
Some students like Iswar argue CUET makes admission process for central universities easier in one go by widening their options at national level.
This central university entrance test is very useful to apply in topmost central universities.
And recently it has been declared the schedule. The problem is that it's for first time, so we cannot have any material, study material for it. So and this NTA and CUET are unpretended. anytime they can give any notification.
Well, the candidates today gave mixed reactions regarding the first day and first examination of Common University Entrance Test. The big question that still remains is that how exactly the National Testing Agency and other relevant authorities are planning to solve the issues of flow of information and the ambiguity in it, and the last minute changes that in fact cost a lot of students their exam today. We'll report NDTV.
Even if a candidate lands up at a center which is not allotted to him or her in the admit card, we still permit them to take the test in that center, provided they come within 30 minutes from the commencement of the center. If a few students have missed the CUET because they turned up late at the centers beyond the 30 minutes grace time that we give, if they have turned up beyond this time, there is no way we can conduct a retest to them.
Tibetan spiritual leader, the Dalai Lama, on Friday said that India and China must solve the border dispute through talks and peaceful means. The Tibetan spiritual leader was responding to questions on China objecting to his visit to Ladakh. While heading from Jammu to Leh, he had a message for China. He said, "Don't use military force to settle issues with India, instead resolve them peacefully."
A human chain 10 kilometers long as thousands gathered on the streets of Leh to welcome the Dalai Lama. It's the first visit of the Tibetan spiritual leader since Ladakh was carved out as a separate union territory in August 2019. The big question, how the Dalai Lama's visit will go down with China amid a prolonged standoff between PLA and Indian Army along the line of actual control in eastern Ladakh. Not surprisingly, the Dalai Lama had a message for peace for the two countries and extended an olive branch to China, who had objected to the Prime Minister's birthday greetings to the Tibetan leader last week, calling it interference in its internal affairs.
Basically, India and China, most populated two nations and neighbor. Sooner or later, you have to solve this problem through talk, through peaceful means. Some Chinese hardliner, they consider me splittist and reactionary, so always criticize me. But now more and more Chinese now realize Dalai Lama not seeking independence.
Dalai Lama will be staying in Ladakh for next 1 month and China will be closely watching it. This is Dalai Lama's first visit after Ladakh was carved out as a union territory in August 2019. The visit also comes just 2 days before next round of military talks between India and China. The question is, will this further complicate matters? In Srinagar, Nazir Masoodi, finally.
And in crisis-hit island nation of Sri Lanka, it will have a new president by next week. But in the interim, Ranil Wickremesinghe will be in charge. He was sworn in on Friday by the speaker after he accepted the resignation of Gotabaya. Meanwhile, the Rajapaksa political family in Sri Lanka got further hemmed. The Supreme Court barred two brothers, the former Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa and former Finance Minister Basil Rajapaksa, from leaving the country and overseas travel. Gotabaya Rajapaksa, however, is in Singapore. NDTV's Shrija has been on the ground bringing us ground reports. Take a look.
After 97 days of public protests storming through historically significant political landmarks in capital Colombo, Gotabaya Rajapaksa has finally resigned as the president of Sri Lanka on Friday.
ආවගන්තිය ප්‍රකාරව ගරු ජනාධිපති ගෝඨාභය රාජපක්ෂ මැතිතුමා විසින් එවන ලද ඉල්ලා අස්වීමේ ලිපිය මා වෙත ලැබී ඇත.
For the protesters, though, Gotabaya's resignation is a battle half won, as they want Ranil Wickremesinghe to go too.
This is the great adversary for every Sri Lankan beyond the divisions of ethnicality, religious separations and divisional separation. We all are together, celebrating this great with great success.
I think this is the victory of Sri Lankan people because all of people fight together for this win and the Gotabaya Rajapaksa was a corrupt guy.
Despite the stiff opposition, Ranil Wickremesinghe took oath as the acting president, as recommended by Sri Lanka's constitution.
No, we decided only on the timetable to choose a new president. Only that.
And when it will start?
It starts from tomorrow. Tomorrow, Speaker will announce about the designation of the Gotabaya Rajapaksa, the president.
Though Gotabaya managed to flee the country, the Supreme Court has refused permission to his brothers, former Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa and Finance Minister Basil Rajapaksa, to leave the country. This even as protesters have vacated the occupied political structures. However, the old parliament remains occupied. The parliament will convene tomorrow. A new Prime Minister will be elected in 2 days. And Sri Lanka is expected to see a new president in the next 7 days. The island nation of 22 million people hopes for a new dawn. Reporting from Colombo with camera person Kumar Shrija for NDTV.
And shifting focus to news from the south, Bhadrachalam in Telangana and the coastal areas of Andhra Pradesh are literally drowned in water. Though rains have receded to a large extent in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, huge inflows from catchment areas has taken water much above the danger levels. The entire administration is on top alert with rescue teams and choppers on standby. Here is a report.
Godavari waters at Bhadrachalam at over 70 feet, whereas the third and last flood warning came at 53 feet. With surrounding areas flooded and more to come, prohibitory orders were imposed and the administration tried to evacuate as many people as it took to save lives. Telangana Minister Puwada Ajay Kumar got onto the ground to convince people to leave, some even stacking up their refrigerators and other household items, hoping not to lose their hard-earned belongings. In Andhra Pradesh, water from the catchment areas in upper riparian states flooded the coastal districts of Konaseema, East and West Godavari districts, from where people were evacuated to safety. Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy undertook an aerial survey to assess the situation.
Please make sure that all the villages are evacuated. People are shifted into the camps so that we have no situation of life loss anywhere.
Those who refused to move to camps taking refuge atop vehicles and whatever else could keep them safe. With inputs, Uma Sudhir, NDTV.
In the United Kingdom, the Weather Office on Friday declared a national emergency, issuing a red extreme heat warning for parts of England for Monday and Tuesday of next week, when temperatures could reach record highs and crossing nearly 40 degrees Celsius. Exceptional, perhaps record-breaking temperatures are likely on Monday and then again on Tuesday. That's what the Met Office said on their website. They were also quoted saying nights are also likely to be exceptionally warm for the UK, especially in urban areas. This is likely to lead to widespread impacts on people and infrastructure. A heartwarming story of student and teacher relationship. A video now that is now going viral on social media of students crying inconsolably at their teacher's farewell has gone viral. Take a look.
अरे नहीं रोते मेरा भाई, तुम लोग नहीं रोते, ऐसे रोगे? अरे मेरा बच्चा, ऐसे नहीं रोते सब लोग.
A viral video of students crying inconsolably at their teacher's farewell. A rare and unusual bond between this unconventional teacher, Shivendra Singh, and his students in a region where schools are notoriously low in students' attendance.
उन बच्चों को जब वो मेरे साथ लिपटे हुए थे, जब मेरे साथ चिपके हुए थे, तो आप यकीन मानिए कि मेरा हृदय रो रहा था. बस आंसू आंखों में नहीं थे. और उस शायद मुझे लगता है कि 4 साल की कमाई को उन्होंने ब्याज से, जिसे कहते हैं सूद सहित, मुझे जब लौटाया है, तो मैं अपना अब आंगन भर रहा हूँ वो भी नहीं भर पा रहा है।
रोते नहीं, बहुत अच्छे से।
Using games and social media to teach, Shivendra's classes were a big draw.
और बहुत अच्छा करना अपने जीवन में।
But after a 4-year stint, he's now been transferred from the Raigad Primary School in UP's Chandoli. For his heartbroken students, this inspiring teacher has a heartwarming message.
अब तुम लोग जाओ अच्छे से और बहुत अच्छा करना अपने जीवन में, बहुत अच्छा करना ना। चलो रोते नहीं, आएंगे पक्का आएंगे दोबारा। चलो, अरे नहीं रोते मेरा भाई, तुम लोग नहीं रोते, ऐसे रोगे? अरे मेरा बच्चा, ऐसे नहीं रोते सब लोग।
Indeed heartwarming and so rare to see these visuals in places of learning these days. But with that, it's a wrap from all of us on this bulletin. But stay tuned to NDTV for all the latest.